The Dragon Blood Codex? Linley said as he looked up at his father in surprise. This book isn't just about the Dragon Blood Codex. It's a collection of our family's history, explaining how to make the Dragon Blood Elixir and telling the stories of our ancestors' achievements over the years. Linley carefully flipped through it, worried that he'd damage it. Indeed, the first quarter of this book focused on the story of the essence of Dragon Blood Elixir and its fusion with humans, while the remaining sections delved into various aspects of the family's history and legacy. Even if others get their hands on this book, it won't do them any good. They can't practice the skills described in this, and knowing our family's affairs is useless to them. So there's no need to worry too much. We have a few copies within the family, and this is one of them, for you. The original has long since crumbled to dust over the years. Linley felt a mix of curiosity and anticipation as he delved into the contents, starting with Chapter 1. To cultivate the power of the dragon, one must awaken the power of the dragon within. This can be achieved in two ways, either by reaching a sufficient blood density or by using another method if the blood density is insufficient. Upon seeing this, Linley was shocked. Since there was another method to enhance the blood density, why had no one else in the family succeeded over the years? The second method is to drink the blood of a live dragon or one that has just died. If the dragon has been dead longer, the blood's effect weakens significantly. Drinking dragon blood can activate the latent potential of the blood within the body. The best results come from drinking the blood of a hallowed tier dragon. If it is blood from a tier 9 dragon, activating the blood is unlikely. Linley was shocked when he read this. The family's ancestors were truly remarkable. Even contemplating the consumption of a living dragon's blood to master the skills mentioned in the codex, Linley found himself torn between amusement and disbelief. Drinking the blood of a live dragon, especially one from the hallowed tier, is truly remarkable, Dennis remarked, appearing beside Linley with a look of surprise when the codex was mentioned. Horace, unaware of Dennis's presence, smiled bitterly at his son and said, "Linley, as passed down by our ancestors, the blood of the dragon runs deep within us, and there are only these two methods to awaken it. However, this second method of drinking live dragon blood is quite challenging. Moreover, Linley, flip to the back and take a look," Horace said. Linley turned the page and read on. Drinking live dragon blood is extremely dangerous. It surges through the body like liquid fire, violently amplifying one's strength while unleashing unbearable agony. Merely applying it to the skin feels like being flayed alive, but to drink it is to invite an inferno into your very veins, your insides igniting, every nerve screaming, your blood vessels straining to the brink of rupture. Most who dare don't live long enough to regret it. Reading this passage left Linley speechless. Dad, who wrote this codex? If it's so dangerous, why is it even included as an option? Linley was at a loss for words. Horace's expression turned solemn. Linley, this codex was written by our family's founder, Barrett Wolfram, the first Dragon Blood Knight of all Oakwood. If he included it, there must be a reason. Even though, throughout our lineage's history, 2 members consumed the blood of a hallowed tier dragon and died instantly from ruptured blood vessels. Were there really people in history who drank the blood of a legendary dragon? Linley asked, his eyes widening in disbelief. On second thought, it made sense. During the height of their power, the first, second, and third generation leaders of the Wolfram family were all dragon blood warriors. In this era of dominance, capturing a dragon from the hallowed tier to extract its blood was within their reach. The events are shrouded in the mists of time, and the true secrets aren't fully detailed in this book. All I know is that this incident led to negotiations between the dragons and our lineage. Since then, no one has attempted it again. As the lineage declined, the desire to drink dragon blood remained, but opportunities became scarce. Horace shook his head and sighed. Linley nodded. The pride of the dragon race was well documented in many books. Capturing a legendary dragon alive to extract its blood was a profound insult to the dragons. It was quite fortunate that the lineage of Wolframs were not annihilated by the enraged dragons. This also showed how powerful the lineage was back then. Dad, if no one ever survived after ingesting live dragon blood, then why did our ancestor even mention it in this codex as a viable method? If even a Tier 9 dragon is of no use, why would he mention attempting to drink the blood of a dragon in the hallowed tier? Linley asked, genuinely puzzled. Horace was taken aback. Linley, don't worry too much. I only have a basic grasp of our lineage's history from these books. As for what exactly happened 4,000 to 5,000 years ago, we have no way of finding out, he smiled and said. Linley nodded in agreement. However, he still had lingering questions. Linley, it's getting late. You should head to bed and get some rest, Horace said with a smile. Linley nodded. Night fell. Linley returned to his bedroom, holding the book in his hands, yet still puzzled. Gramps, my ancestors have written that no one has managed to ingest live dragon blood and survive. If that was the case, how could it have been discovered as a viable method in the first place? Linley just couldn't wrap his head around this question. Dennis, wise beyond his years, stroked his white beard and confidently said, Linley, the answer is quite simple. The dragon race is extremely proud and immensely powerful. Consuming fresh dragon blood might indeed awaken the latent abilities in your bloodline. However, your family was likely under pressure from the dragons, leading to alterations in the book's contents. Linley had a sudden realization. The argument Dennis made seemed quite plausible. Faced with the overwhelming power of the dragons, the Wolframs could no longer capture them alive for their blood to enhance their powers. Hence, to save themselves from increasing risk, it might have been added to dissuade them from attempting it. Of course, this is just my guess, Dennis said with a light chuckle. Moreover, from what I know, drinking fresh dragon's blood could be promising if consumed together with the azure heart herb. It can offset the damage from the dragon's blood. I doubt many know this secret formula today. Linley was shocked. Linley was overjoyed. Old man, are you saying that drinking fresh dragon's blood with the azure heart herb is actually safe? Dennis nodded confidently. Absolutely. Back in my times, a princess was gravely ill. In the end, she was cured by drinking fresh dragon's blood with the azure heart herb. That time, I was the one who undertook the daunting task of capturing a dragon from the hallowed tier. Dennis recalled the old court physician who shared this secret formula, noting that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and every material has another that can neutralize it. Back then, only the physician and I knew this secret. Now, after all these years, I doubt many are aware of it, Dennis remarked casually. Linley nodded. Fresh dragon's blood, azure heart herb. Linley's eyes sparkled with excitement. When I become a wizard of the 9th tier or higher, I'll use fresh dragon's blood and azure heart herb to turn my brother into a dragon blood warrior. Linley had even considered trying it himself. Given the chance, he would also try it himself. If he could one day rise to become a wizard of the highest order and also a dragon blood warrior. Of course, that was just a dream. Capturing a high-ranking live dragon was an unattainable fantasy.
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and play